How much comfort are you willing to sacrifice today for a better future tomorrow? I asked myself this question many years ago, and my life has completely transformed since then. I woke up one day and I thought, enough. Because the past 2 weeks, the past couple weeks of that life, I've been just sitting on my bed, scrolling infinitely, just playing Minecraft, playing a bunch of video games. I had final exams coming up, and I knew nothing. I had no knowledge of what I'm supposed to study, how much I've studied, and it is the final exam. And I'm a pretty under average student, so it is very dangerous for me to just be slacking around a couple weeks before the most important exam of my life. But then I thought, enough, I'm gonna change my life. So I started writing down my schedule for the next day as I'm waking up. So let's say I wake up, and for like the next 24 hours, what am I gonna do? So I'd wake up. I wouldn't really pick a wake up time. I kind of just wake up, and if it's 9 a.m., I'd be like, okay, so 9 to 9:30, I'm gonna do my morning routine. Then from 9:30 to 10:30, I'm gonna study the first chapter of the subject that's coming up, and then I'm gonna eat some food. From 10:30 to 12:30, I'm gonna cook lunch and eat it. I'll go to the gym from 12:30 to 2, come back, take a shower, then from 3 to 4 p.m. I'm gonna study, and then so on and so on and so on. And I did that for 1 week, 2 weeks. I improved it. I progressively overloaded it. So I would add 5 minutes of meditation here whenever I could slot it in. I do one more study session. I'd cut back on working like late night so I could sleep a little bit more and wake up with a little bit more fresher of a brain. I did this for so long, and eventually it became a very normal routine. It became just like every single day. And the one thing that definitely changed was my mom's reaction. Because my mom has always seen me grow up just playing video games. I was always an under average kid. I wouldn't really get that grade. I wouldn't fail every exam, but I wouldn't really get impressive grades at all. I'd just about make it. And I also kind of accepted that studying is not for me. Then when I realized that, like, work hard and sacrifice the comfort I had now so I could have a better future later, even if it hurts so much to do it right now, she saw me for the first time waking up before her, helping her get ready for her work, and then I would go and study. For the first time, I would walk up to her in the living room and say, I'm gonna go to bed, and it's 9 p.m. I told her that so that, she doesn't ask me to go do something and I have to wake up 1 hour after. But then she saw me every single night come up to the living room and be like, "Hi mom, I'm going to bed at 9 p.m. She'll say, good night, good night. She was so confused at first. And then she kind of accepted that, wait, every time I walk into his room, he's either studying or reading a book. Last time I did that, or the past couple of years that I've done that, he's just been playing video games or calling his friends. But there's this shift. She at first thought it was like kind of temporary, but then she saw that I was kind of doing it for 1 week, then the next week, and then the next week. And she got this like sudden respect for me, and even I got a sudden respect for me, and she never said it until later. I studied all the chapters I needed to do for the exam, and I went ahead and wrote the exam 2 months later. And I didn't get the greatest grade. I got a pretty good grade, but not the best, like A plus or something. But I got something that's better than an F, and I would have got a F. I would have completely failed that exam if I didn't lock in the last 2 months. And the only thing that helped me with this is me asking the question, how much comfort am I willing to sacrifice today for my future self? I ask myself that every single day. Not like verbally, but I thought about it in my head. Is me playing the video game right now when I have an exam coming up good for me now and then good for me later? No, it's okay now, but then I'm gonna have a worse life later because I spend an hour every single day, and in 100 days, it's 100 hours gone. 100 hours I could have spent reading. 100 hours I could have spent studying, especially when there's an exam coming up. This, I hope my story helps you understand that in life, time is gonna pass anyway. Time is going to pass, and by no means am I saying quit all the bad habits you're doing right now, because that's very unrealistic. You've been doing them for so long that it's gonna be hard to balance it or remove it. But you have to keep asking yourself the question, how much comfort are you willing to sacrifice today for your future self? Because you know that every single time you did something difficult, Even if you don't believe you're a hardworking guy, every single time you did something difficult, your life got better. Even if you suck at studying, the 30 minutes you studied, you know that helps you. You know that in the exam, you remember what you studied, even though you studied for 30 minutes. So you know, even though you didn't like it, even though you don't like working out, like it's not really particularly pleasurable. You know you don't like hitting your calorie goal. You know you don't like going to bed on time and then waking up on time when you could just scroll for the rest of the night. You know it helps you. You never once regretted waking up early. You never once regretted studying. You never once regretted hitting the gym properly. But you always regretted waking up late, sleeping late, not studying for that exam, and then being blank in the exam, not hitting a workout, not hitting your calorie goal. These things are hard, but you've always regretted not doing them, but you've never regretted doing them. If you like this video and you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And if you want to join this community where we're trying to grow together during self-improvement, you can subscribe and comment and let people know, or tell me what you like about this video. If you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more right now, click my face down there and you'll see a bunch of my videos pop up. And I hope to see you in another one. Bye-bye.